This conference will now be recorded.
Коллеги, добрый вечер. Всем слышно? Все в порядке? Коллеги, отзовитесь, слышно меня или нет?
Слышно.
Да, слышно.
Отлично, отлично. Меня зовут Андрей, я являюсь заместителем руководителя корпоративного отдела. Мы рады приветствовать вас на нашем закрытом мероприятии, посвященной теме информационной безопасности. С гордостью представляю вам спикеров данного семинара. Это Пужа, представитель EC-Council, директор программы ЦИСКО по Южной Америке, Евросоюза, Азии и Африки, а также наш ведущий преподаватель по направлению информационной безопасности Кривогин Сергей Павлович, это обладатель 50 престижных международных сертификаций, лауреат премии «Круг совершенства» от компании EC-Council. Сергей Павлович у нас первым в России получил статус реализованного инструктора по этичному хакингу. Многие из участников, кто сейчас присоединился, лично знакомы уже с Сергеем Павловичем, а те, кто впервые видят преподавателя, получат сегодня такую великолепную возможность. Собственно, данное мероприятие подтверждает наш 30-летний опыт на мировом уровне. Уже 30 лет мы совершенствуем, дополняем свой пул услуг новыми курсами, новыми направлениями, выстраивая свою работу с лучшими из лучших, такие как EC-Council. И, собственно, та экспертиза, которая была взросшена нашей командой, помогает проводить нам и подобные семинары, и различные конференции, в том числе и выездные мероприятия для наших заказчиков, в том числе и в других странах мы проводим. Как раз недавно вернулись из Армении, где проводили очень интересное мероприятие. И в том числе помогает наша команда проводить какие-то кастомизированные курсы под индивидуальные запросы наших партнеров. Собственно, у нас представлен, пожалуй, самый широкий выбор учебных программ в области IT-менеджмента. Это действительно так, более 1000 наименований. И, собственно, с удовольствием предложим и вам, и вашим коллегам, и обучение по темам программирования, DevOps, веб-технологии, маркетинг, управление проектами и IT-инфраструктуры и так далее. Персональные менеджеры нашим корпоративным клиентам помогут подобрать не только необходимый пул курсов, но и сопроводят весь проект обучения до самого конца. Скорее всего, каждому из присутствующих сейчас здесь уже личный менеджер известен, но если у кого-то возникнут какие-либо вопросы, я оставлю свои контакты в общем чате. Если что, я буду рад вашему звонку или письму. Сейчас передаю слово, Сергей Павлович, вам. Коллеги, всем успешного вечера, продуктивного и приятного.
Доброго вечера, уважаемые коллеги. Меня зовут Сергей Кривогин. Я инструктор в Центре компьютерного обучения специалист. Если www.klivogin.ru написать, ко мне на страничку будете перенаправлены на сайте нашего учебного центра. И со многими уже знаком. Можете ко мне заглянуть, увидеть, давно в специалисте работаю, различные курсы провожу, имею статус руководителя, имею статус этичного хакера, мастера по этичному хакингу. И время от времени мы собираемся. Помимо того, что проводим курсы, проводим еще и семинары. Бывает так, что семинары проводим для широкой публики. Человек 200 соберется, и я скажу, давайте практические приемы этичного хакинга, я вас научу, как взламывать систему управления системой безопасности. Обсудим, как внедряется система безопасности, система управления системой безопасности. А потом, у нас же все-таки курсы по хакингу от EC-Council, возьмем и взломаем. А иногда собираемся и говорим не вокруг курсов, а непосредственно о курсах. Например, с представителем вендора EC-Council, Пайзал Шабир, собрались, обсудили, что нового в курсе Certified Network Defender, который мы предлагаем нашим уважаемым слушателям. Сегодняшний семинар посвящен курсу руководитель службы информационной безопасности, и он не для широкой публики, более закрытый. У нас уже только те участники, с которыми мы хорошо знакомы, и мы хотим вам рассказать о том, что у нас на этом курсе для руководителей службы информационной безопасности, чем он отличается от курсов по хакингу, которые мы проводим. У нас ударный курс Certified Ethical Hacker, а это курс по управлению службой информационной безопасности. И снова, кто лучше расскажет о том, зачем нужен курс, кем аккредитован и что в этой программе, кто лучше расскажет, чем представитель вендора. И у нас в гостях представитель EC-Council, директор EC-Council Пужа Джоши. Я поэтому лучше сразу в переводчик переключусь. And will tell, so who will better explain what is in CCISO class that EC-Council offer through authorized training center specialist than vendor. So I will pass the screen to EC-Council Director Pooja Joshi, and let her explain us what is good in the CCISO training, and if we have any questions, any suppose we have a good opportunity to ask questions directly to EC-Council Director, I think it is a good idea. So I make Pooja Joshi presenter and lend our here to her. Hey Pooja, tell us. We are delighted to see you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the nice introduction. Can I, if you allow, can I share the screen, please?
Yes, you can. Oh, great.
Okay. I will just do the slideshow mode. Okay. Is it visible to all now?
Mm-hmm. Very well. We can see you, hear you, and see your presentation.
Thank you so much. So a very good evening to all ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pooja Joshi. I am the Director EC-Council, and I manage the global operations for a premium product of EC-Council, that is CCISO, Certified Chief Information Security Officer. So before I move into the presentation, just a little background to all of you, that generally people feel that CCISO program has been designed only for the CISO designation, but it is designed for all the security heads irrespective of the designations. So it is designed for the C-level executive. The beauty of this program is it has been created by the CISOs, for the CISOs, and for the aspiring CISOs. So in today's presentation, I will be giving you an insight about the program, the contents of the program, and please feel free to ask questions. You can type your questions in the chat box, and we will definitely revert with our answers. So moving on to today's agenda, we will be talking about the risk landscape, the cybersecurity market. Are we ready to be CISOs? There is a very interesting topic in our program called War Games. And what are the 8 reasons we are going to cover War Games? We also have tried showing the comparison of a CCISO program with other certifications. And then we have some testimonials from the clients and the organizations who have taken this program from EC-Council. And we also can show you some of the instructors we have. So you all are from the cybersecurity industry and your expertise, you know in and out about it. And we have classified the risk, which is the most important part of this cybersecurity industry. So we divide this risk into 3 categories: people, financial, and business. And we all know that even a small mail, if we click, it can be a virus infected email, which can attack our system, and it can be a bigger loss in terms of our reputation, in terms of finances, in terms of everything. So in the field of cybersecurity, these are the 3 risks we always have to take care, and that's where we will be managing the risk in a way we should be doing. So we were doing some survey and we found that 45% companies don't have the cybersecurity leaders. Okay, so they may be having a good team who is managing the cybersecurity, but the leader is actually missing. Okay, so we need to create more leaders who can who can join the organizations and safeguard the organization from the various cyber attacks. So cybersecurity is a big industry, and we all have to prepare ourselves for that, especially during the pandemic. We saw that there are more attacks happening day in, day out in the various industries. These are the some attacks which I would say you must have heard about, though it's a huge list, but these are the few which came in my mind, and I thought, let me share with you that these are the attacks which are happening regularly. And we as the cybersecurity leaders need to ensure that our organizations are absolutely safeguard when it comes to the cyber attack. So there is a struggle which is happening in the industry at present. So we found that 81% of CISOs are highly concerned that breaches are going unaddressed. 78% of the CISOs are worried about their ability to detect breaches. 70% says it is difficult to prioritize security threats. I'm sure exceptions are always there, but these are the surveys results which are giving us that 19% are highly effective at preventing security breaches. 47% says insufficient data are the barrier. And 28% says that the manual processes is still a concern in the field of cybersecurity. So our question is, are we ready to be a CISO? Or if we are CISOs, can we have a certification in our kitty, which will add on my skill set when it comes to managing cybersecurity of my organization? So a CISO is a very important role, and you are the leaders. Everybody feels that it is just the technical role. You need to write some commands and do the technical part. The reality is not like that. A CISO has to be an overall all-rounder, and I'm sure you all are, who needs to be a good strategist, good advisor, definitely a technologist, and a guardian. So I always give a very layman example to everyone when I explain this. So imagine you have a site called Amazon, and you have done some purchases from that. And next day morning, when you wake up, you found you wanted to check where is my order, and you found that the site is not working. What will you do? You go to another device, and again you find that the site is not working. What next will happen? So if the CISO is there, he will have to face the board of directors, the customers, the employees of that organization, the vendors, at the same time to media, and he also has to ensure that the website is up quickly. So he has to be an all-rounder. Okay, so CISO is a techno-commercial role. It is not only technical role. Okay, so if you look at, we have a huge responsibilities our CISOs or the security heads who are handling. So if I divide all the responsibilities into the 5 parts, I would say privacy compliance management, audit management, business continuity management, computer security incident response team, and enterprise risk management are the 5 key important roles, which further having more requirements which you can see. So if I take, if you look at, nowhere we say that it is only a technical program. Okay, our CISOs are dealing with investors, the customers, more of the vendors, the third-party vendors. So it's a massive role. The security stakeholders it's a massive role, I would say. So now this was the background idea, that what is this industry, what is the role of a CISO, and now let's see how CISO program can help us ensuring that every part is being taken care. So as a CISO, I'm sure we all know the information security governance, compliance, and regulation. If I am a CISO, I must know that. I should know risk management, controls and auditing, leadership, projects and operations, core concepts, competencies, and strategic planning and finance. And that is why in our CCISO program, these are the 5 key domains we focus, keeping in mind the requirement of the CISO, and that is how we mapped this particular thing in our CCISO program. Just to take a small pause here, Sergey, I'm clear and audible nicely to everyone? Just a quick query, if anybody can confirm me, I'm audible and visible to everyone. Okay, I got a yes in the chat box. Yeah. So what is more in our CCISO program? Very interesting slide for all of you. So we cover data privacy law, including Europe's GDPR. So we all know how important GDPR is. So we cover privacy law in this particular program. We also enhanced focus on risk management frameworks, okay, which is inclusive of, if you can see, we tried and cover all the important frameworks in this particular program. We also focus on more on vendor management and contract management, because as I said, that a CISO has to manage and deal with vendors, contracts, the third parties. We also teach step-by-step instructions on building and maturing a security program. And we cover the transformative technologies like AI, augmented reality, autonomous SOCs, dynamic deceptions, and many more technical latest technologies. We also do a deep dive in our strategic planning. As I said, war game is a very interesting thing which everybody enjoys. So I will have a separate slide wherein I will be explaining you about the war game. I also want to tell you that in 2019, CCISO was added to the DoD 814 directive. So DoD is Department of Finance. Our program has been endorsed by DoD. And if you look at the job listings there, they consider CCISO certified people in DoD. CCISO is also the recognized certifications for IM level 2. So these are the job roles which they have. Okay, so they consider our certification in these many job roles there. Okay, it is also been endorsed by US Navy, Army, and Marine Corps. So you can imagine if we get these kind of, if the demand is so high, definitely this certification carries lot of value for the C-level executives. Now, if you remember, I was talking about war gaming. So first, I'll just explain you what is war game. So when we execute a CCISO class, we get participants from different background. Somebody is from FMGC, somebody is from banking and finance, somebody is from different organization, and the different set of roles and people they are handling with. When they all come in the common platform, at that time, they get a live scenarios. Okay, and in those live scenarios, you get your trainer will give you a scenario wherein you have to just react in the way you react in your office or in the boardrooms. Okay, and you will be having a lot of discussion about as if the breach has happened. You are talking to vendors, you are addressing the media, you are talking to your customers. So the same thing will happen in that closed room. Okay, so imagine the learning from that. One, you will be learning more from other CISOs of the organization. Second, the trainer is observing you. Okay, he is observing you and he's going to give you a lot of inputs that in this situation, what was the right thing which you have done it, and what are the things we need to include in our real life if this kind of a situation comes in. So we are giving a holistic strategy. Okay, so there are reasons why we have included this war game here, because we must know the practical approach of anything which happens here in the industry. Okay, we challenge the conventional line of authority. We come and share the real world incident response exercise, which you have experienced from in the real time industries. We do applies the curriculum in a real and a meaningful way, and participants emerge confident to manage cybersecurity event. It also gives a 360-degree view of a cybersecurity response. It also identifies the gap in incident response program, and it gives a real-time mentoring and coaching from the mentor who's coming and who's sitting and observing you. This is a very interesting slide wherein we are trying to do the certification. So all the certifications are very good, but whatever contents we are teaching in CCISO, the 5 important domains, if you remember, the governance, the management controls, audit management. So all these 5 domains, what we are focusing, we just saw the contents of these and we tried mapping on with other certification, and we found all these contents are 100% covered in our CCISO program. Our CCISO program, the contents are exactly mapped with the roles and the job roles of a CISO or any other security head of that particular organization. So I would like to show you some of the testimonials I have. You can look at the screen. Many people, good organizations, they have done a CCISO program from EC-Council, and they are extremely happy with the contents, with the trainers, their experience. Everything went on very well with them. Few more I would like to showcase here wherein people are. So if you see the organization names are mentioned wherein people are working, you can see which organization, who are these people. Some are security auditors, some are consultants. So these are the people who have already done the program. Though the huge list of organization and people we have, but I just thought of sharing few of them with all of you. These are some of the organizations who have done sponsored their people for a CCISO program with EC-Council. Some list of trainers, though it's a huge list, but there are some list of trainers who are there in this. So there is an additional benefit which EC-Council can offer you, and I'm sure the specialist team is also going to give you, that you get the CISO Max subscription for 1 year, which means 12 magazines you're going to get. And we also give the phishing simulation licenses, which are 1,000 licenses, which is, there is no additional cost to that. You can use those licenses in your organization to safeguard your system from phishing attacks. So in a nutshell, what is the CCISO program? It is created, CCISO program is designed for the middle managers to go up to the executive leaders. It is designed by the CISOs, for the CISOs, and for the aspiring CISOs. We focus 5 important domains, which is the lifeline of our cybersecurity system. This is designed, as I said, for the C-level executives who really want to add on CCISO in their certification. There is a small experience requirement, but I'm sure all of you must be fulfilling that, because it asks for the 3 years experience on any of the 5 domains what we have, and you can do the certification. So for example, if you have worked in an organization for 5 years, and in there you have worked in governance, risk management, and maybe the core concept together, so your 5 years would be considered from there. It doesn't mean 5 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, it doesn't mean like that. The certification voucher comes along with the certification. And that certification voucher, the beauty is that it has a validity of 12 months. So if you have taken a training today, you have 12 months to appear for a certification. So we have in the certification 150 exams. These are scenario-based multiple choice exams, and the passing percentage is 72%. It is a 2.5 hours of an exam, and it can be a self-proctored as well. Through the remote proctoring also we can take this certification. So this is the summary of our CCISO program. So with that, I come to an end of the presentation of all the details about the CCISO program, but I would like to add on few points from the specialist point of view. So they are one of the premium partners we have in Russia, and they've been executing lot of CCISO trainings, and they have a awesome instructor who's been successfully delivering CCISO trainings, and we get an exclusive feedback for them. So they will be, so can I request, Sergey, if you're there, if you can come on the screen and we can talk more about it. Sergey, can I request you to unmute and switch on the videos? We can give more ideas from the specialist point of view to the audiences. Hi, so I was just telling the audience about that you have been successfully doing so many CCISO classes, and we get excellent feedback from your participants. So now I'm sure you being a techno commercial person, since you know the technical and the non-technical aspects, would you like to add on something on what I was just explaining to the audiences?
Thank you, Pooja, for your brilliant speech. And I would like to invite our participants to ask any questions. If you have, please feel free. We can talk using voice, or maybe you can type in chat. We'll
Yes.
hear. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Maybe not immediately, maybe you will think a minute or two. And I, from my side, would like to comment some words that Pooja told and tell you what we are in our computer training center do to provide CCISO class.
So, should I speak?
Well, we have friendly communication and we have freedom to ask questions and to answer them. Right now, I would like just to comment and maybe something translate and maybe something explain to our students. And if we have any questions, Pooja and me, we will answer. Уважаемые коллеги, я хочу прокомментировать выступление Пужи и сказать, как мы в нашем учебном центре соответствуем тому, что вендор предлагает. First of all, I would comment the CCISO War Games Pooja told. Боевые учения CCISO, я сам в них участвовал. И мне они нравятся, мы не только сопровождаем вендорский курс EC-Council, мы реально проводим боевые учения. Когда я курс провожу, естественно, мы материал изучаем, а у нас еще боевые учения есть. Что это из себя представляет? Что мы по различным сценариям отыгрываем реальные случаи в реальной жизни, которые встречаются в службе информационной безопасности, которые решает руководитель. Например, курс с чего начинается? Мы как будто бы поступили на работу в CCISO Class Corporation и получаем такие письма. От директора получим, от финансиста. Это вот нам IT-директор пишет. Пишет, что будет совет директоров. Надо обсудить действующие политики, как мы учили на курсе. Что скажете, как руководитель службы безопасности? Почитайте, у нас есть политики, процедуры, они у нас на сервере расположены. И тут же у нас файловый сервер. Файловый сервер, тут пусть немного документов, но они есть. Пожалуйста, прочитайте. Вот политика безопасности. Может быть, обратите внимание, что-то здесь не так. Мы для того, чтобы облегчить понимание, на русский язык все перевели. Политика безопасности. Прочитайте, посмотрите, что не так, давайте обсуждать. И так по каждому сценарию. То есть курс проходим, сценарий отыгрываем, то давайте рисками управлять, как планировать непрерывность. Вот тут нас досят, что делать. Такие боевые учения мы проводим, когда у нас в центре специалист проводится тренинг CCISO. Что еще хочу сказать? Что мы в разных форматах проводим классы. Очно, заочно, по системе вебинар. У нас есть формат открытого обучения. В чем тут преимущество? Открытое обучение. У руководителей, может быть, не всегда есть время полностью оторваться от рабочего процесса, на 5 дней выключиться, на курс прийти. Никаких проблем. Открытое обучение – это живой класс. То есть я курс очно проводил, боевые учения проводили, сделана запись. Если онлайн заниматься, то вы вообще не почувствуете, в реальном времени проводится курс или используется видеозапись. Зато видеозапись ставится на паузу, перематывается вперед-назад, как угодно. В удобном темпе можно прослушивать курс. Но это не обучение по видеозаписи. Инструктор всегда на связи, сидит, ждет вопросов. И как только в чат вопрос, что-то не знаю, как прокомментировать политику, инструктор уже курс не проводит, он специально поддерживает студентов, которые в формате открытого обучения занимаются. Мы тут же можем общаться, хотим посекретничать, конфиденциальный отдельный чат тоже сделаем, проводим. Здесь есть самые различные варианты проведения класса CCISO. Такие будут мои комментарии к блистательной речи директора EC-Council Пуджа Джоши. И сейчас, если есть какие-то вопросы, хорошее время задать в чате или голосом, смело задавайте, мы будем рады ответить. И в заключение скажу, всех вопросов на семинаре не задать. Мы все равно остаемся в контакте, остаемся на связи. У нас есть время скорее для неформального общения, пообщаться, не так, чтобы официальный доклад. Ну, если будут какие-то вопросы и после семинара, относящиеся к курсам по хакингу, курсам по информационной безопасности, по управлению службой безопасности, всегда обращайтесь, всегда будем рады вас слышать, будем рады помочь. И неважно, относится ваш вопрос к какому-то курсу или это просто любой вопрос. Мы любим обсуждать любые вопросы. Я благодарю всех за участие в семинаре. And personal thanks to EC-Council Director Pooja for her speech and for her participation.
Thank you so much, Sergey. Pleasure is all mine. I hope we tried and our best to give the inputs about the CCISO program, and I really hope that they found it useful. If please, all of you, feel free to write back in the chat box. We have given the email ID and the details, wherein you can drop in your queries related to our CCISO program, and we would be very happy to answer all the queries.
Pooja, usually we have very popular question from our students about certification. Our students want to pass exam, and they are interested what is the difference between certification security manager, EC-Council certified security manager, and chief information security officer status and exam. Is it possible?
So you mean to say EISM and CCISO?
Yes, I passed CCISO. I am CCISO, Chief Information Security Officer, but our training referred to EC-Council Information Security Manager too, not only Chief Information Security Officer. What is the difference, and is it possible to pass EC-Council Information Security Manager and then take exam for Chief Information Security Officer? What
Yes,
would you
very
say
interesting
about
question.
these two exams?
Very interesting question. So if you remember, Sergey, I talk about the eligibility criteria of CCISO. Okay. Now, if there are some managers who says that I want to do a same contents like CCISO. So in the CCISO program, you have an eligibility criteria. If you don't fall into that eligibility criteria, then also you can attend the same training, same contents, same courseware, but the certification title would be EISM. Okay, but suppose after 1 year you become eligible for CCISO. Okay, you can return back that certification to EC-Council and write the fresh exam for CCISO. I hope I answered that question now, Sergey. So the questions, the contents the courseware, everything remains the same. Only the certification title is different.
Thank you, Pooja. And I will add my answer from myself, from my experience.
Yes.
У меня как-то был студент, у него не было 5-летнего опыта работы, чтобы CCISO экзамен сдавать, но он курс прошел. И он пишет письмо в EC-Council: пожалуйста, дайте мне возможность сдавать экзамен на менеджера. Ему возможность дают, он успешно сдал. Ну а потом время проходит, он набирается опыта, говорит: слушайте, я же уже еще и на CCISO могу сдать. Набрался смелости, письмо написал, говорит: так и так, у меня еще и опыт есть. Не знаю, правило это или нет, но ему прислали письмо бесплатно, сказали: сдавай экзамен на руководителя службы тоже, раз уж у тебя получилось сдавать на менеджера, сдай и на CCISO. Так что теперь он и менеджер, и CCISO одновременно. В общем, вы можете сразу 2 экзамена сдавать. Вот так вот. Maybe you have some more questions. Please feel free to ask. Хорошо, еще раз спасибо всем участникам нашего семинара. Thank you again for your participations, and thanks to Pooja for participations, for speech, and for question answers.
Thank you so much, Sergey.